So probably go ahead and get started. Um, I'm not sure if I know everybody that's on the call. One person I can't see a name, but I'm Tiffany Rutledge. I'm a part of the Good Vibration team, and Nadia is my direct line up. She's turned out to be just one of my most amazing friends and mentors. And I do some of these presentations, but the last few months have been kind of crazy for me. Nadia and I hosted a retreat in Mexico, and then I had a little vacation time with my family, and then I went to the leadership retreat for Solex in Utah. And when I got back, my dad got really ill and ended up passing. But I've just kind of been out of pocket for the last few months. So I'm glad to be back here. And tonight we have a lot of new people. So I wanted to just go over all the products and maybe kind of in one swoop, kind of cover as many as we can tonight. I'm going to start with the supplements and then we'll go forward as much time as we have and look at equipment too if we have extra time to do that. So can everybody see my screen? It's like a blue screen that says Solex product offerings.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm gonna mute. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Mute's fine. So I just kind of went over these and I'll try to just kind of let you know what the ingredients are that are in them, what the purpose is, where on your scan results for you or your clients might indicate, where they might need this. There's certain scans that you do that will already tell you what supplements they are. And I wish all of these were loaded into the master supplement library that Solex already has loaded, but not all of them are. But I am going to make that suggestion when I go out to Day of Discovery here that's already next month, isn't it? Crazy. Now I just have to figure out how to advance my slide. And I'm going to have to move my little Brady Bunch family over here to the side. So, um, we're going to start with blue, and it's called blue because the main ingredient in it is methylene blue. It also has colloidal silver, colloidal gold, and colloidal copper in it. So it does have more things in it than the typical methylene blue solutions that are sold out in the market. I first became aware of methylene blue, oh gosh, 10 years ago, actually in regards to tick-borne illnesses. So they have been using it in the tick-borne illness world for a long time. There's powerful mitochondrial antioxidant support. It improves oxygenation, circulation, cognitive endurance, and cellular resilience. It's great to be paired with the red light, the 660 band, when they put those two products out that came out at the same time so that you do a dose of blue and then you use your 660 band at that time. And then it's helping all the blood that comes across two times here at the vein with the 660 band. You can also pair it with the mask or the illuminator too with the red light, but they are powerful together. It's best for low energy or oxidative stress, poor oxygenation. Oops, oh, I went forward. Um, so if you're seeing these sort of things, those oxygen, cognitive decline indicators, low energy on your AO scans, then this might be something that's good for them. And I have to say that when I first started using blue, I believe that it brought my smell back from, I had lost my smell during a COVID like the year before, and I never really got it all the way back. And when I started using blue, it really helped. Like I started getting a lot of my smell back, and I contribute that to the blue. It's not something that I use every day. I definitely use it if I'm feeling low or if I'm feeling really stressed or if I feel like I have a bug, coming down with something. I added these little numbers down here just to kind of give you an idea of like the cost. The loyalty cost is $50. The point value is 40. So if you have somebody that's on a loyal or a preferred customer, you make $18 on a blue. And so I kind of put some of those notes in here. Um, some of them are in a little bit different format. If they bought retail, you could actually make more commission than $18, but I just put it on the lower end. So if it's higher, then hey, that's great. But I just kind of put it on the lower end on the loyalty or preferred customer, what you would make commission, because you do make 45% of the point value of every product. Does anybody have any questions on that before we go forward?
I have a quick question.
Okay.
So when I tried, I got blue, and when I tried it, the spray was very messy. And I've heard that
Yes.
from other people. It got all over my finger and, other things. So I took the top off and I put the dropper in. But my question to you is, I don't know how much to drop under my tongue. Do you have a suggestion on
Um,
that? Because I don't know how
yeah,
much the
because
spray did.
there is a calculation somewhere. I'll have to look it up, but I do kind of remember other people having that conversation. So there is that information out there of how many drops is in a spray. I need to look it up, but I'll try to find that out for you.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So the next product is Pulse, and Pulse is got niacin in it, or vitamin B3, L-citrulline, arginine, um, norvaline, beetroot powder, L-ornithine, hawthorn leaf extract, and spinach extract. The benefits are for increased circulation, blood pressure regulation, anti-inflammatory support, nutrient delivery, and skin health. And so it does, if you're using a high enough dose of this, it will give you a niacin flush. Like if you've never had a niacin flush and then you have one with this, you'll know what it is when you have it because everything you just turn beet red. But it goes away quickly, and they actually say that's the healthy part, knowing that you've got a good healthy dose of niacin. Um, you've I always start a little bit lower dose than what is on the label for all products because I'm just super sensitive and I work my way up and I muscle test to know, like what I should start at and go from there. But the benefits of Pulse is to enhance circulation, blood pressure regulation, anti-inflammatory support, nutrient delivery, and skin health. And I realize I just said that twice. Sorry about that. Um, on the AO scan, indicators for pulse would be circulatory issues, as well as any vascular flags, inflammatory markers that you might find on your vitals or quick scans would be indicated for that. The loyalty price for pulse is 35, the retail is 44. So on a loyalty or preferred customer, you would make commission of $15.75 on pulse. Um, Somebody's wanting good vibrations too. Let's see. Hold on one second. Uh, can't believe my link to get in here is so far up, but it is. Here we go. Sorry about that. Somebody wanting it. All right, Prime. It comes in regular and it comes in methylated. So the methylated is formulated for those people with MTHFR. Honestly, in my shop, I just stock the methylated. I don't stock the regular one because so many of us have the MTHFR at this point. The active ingredients in it are vitamin A, C, E, all the Bs, magnesium, zinc, chromium, glycine, ALA, CoQ10, broccoli extract, selenium, and D3. The benefits are whole cell nutritional support, antioxidant, immune activation, DNA and mitochondrial protection, and methylation support. So it's like our detox pathways. Um, this is best for anybody who's having detox needs. So if you're looking down on the AO report and there's a lot of those methylation, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, those sort of issues, this would be a great supplement for them because The supplements are already coming to them in a form that's broke down in a way that's easy for them to pull into their cells. If they have immune or repair network imbalances, this is also be another way. There are bundles available with Prime that comes with the Omega and the Think, and there's a couple of other ways now you can get a bundle with it too. The loyalty and preferred customer price is $50. The retail is $62.50. And so on loyalty and preferred customers, you get a commission of $22.50. It'd be, of course, a little more if they were purchasing retail. And you can charge, if a couple of you have like some shop, brick and mortars. I know Teresa does. Um, but you can, and Libby has access to do that too. So, you can charge a retail if you want to stock, a few of these in your store. I kind of find it easier that if I'm going to do a scan and it recommends some of them to have them on stock so that they can walk out the door with them versus you trying to get that order. But there's people who like to do it a little different way. They don't like to have their money sitting on the shelves, and um, I I respect that too. So whatever works for you. The gold is one of my favorite products. I've been taking it the last several days, trying to get myself back in routines. And it's a fulvic humic acid supplement. So it's got like 135 different vitamins and minerals in it. Basically, it's dirt, but we're not getting all of those minerals and things that we should be getting in our dirt anymore because everything is so over farmed and processed. And I don't notice the taste at all to it, but it does look kind of dirty. I've taken a couple of different companies' product like this before. One of them makes it look just like instant coffee. Um, so people's minds act like it has a taste, but I don't really think it has a taste. I put mine in my water and then just drink my water. So I put two droppers in, but you need to start a little bit slower with it because fulvic humic acid is a detoxer, and it can kind of flush you out. So some people use it for detoxing. They'll use it a couple of different times a day to do flushing. And there's a lot of studies out there that it helps to kind of clear out the brain and heavy metals. And some other things too. So they're using it to enhance the nutrient absorption, detoxification, hydration, cellular pH, cognitive and metabolic support. If you have any mineral deficiencies showing up on your AO scan, it's a great product for that, or as well as toxicities like the heavy metals or even the chemicals, herbicides, those sort of things. If they have a slow metabolism or if their digestive enzymes have irregularities to where you don't know what they're actually absorbing. Some people hold this product under their tongue and then swallow. I just put mine in my water and drink it up. The loyalty and preferred pricing for gold is 50, and this is kind of a unique product that the point value for gold is the same as the price. So you do get maximum commission off of gold. So the retail 62.50, but you get 22.50 off of gold from a loyalty or a preferred customer, which is a pretty good commission off of that product. So the point value is 50 and the price is 50. A lot of times the point value is lower than the actual cost, but this product it's the same. All right. Relief is a spray. When this first came out, they did a really good job of telling us that this is not to go under your tongue. It's not oral at all. This I wanted to put all of the ingredients on this slide, but there's 15 potent wild harvested botanicals in this product, and so it was going to be like two slides for me to show you all the things that are in here. But it does have a ton of natural wild harvested herbs and things in this product, and you don't have to touch it or rub it in. It's not greasy. You can just spray it. I will say that I have had people who use this fairly regularly and say that it does leave a little bit of yellowing on white clothing. So if you were wearing like a white shirt and you were spraying it on your shoulder, it might leave turn that kind of yellow. So that's just something to keep in mind with the relief, to not wear white on those days that you're using it, or wear an old shirt if you're around the house. It's fast acting. It does penetrate fairly deep into the body, and you can pair this with red light too. So if you have the red light mask or the 660 band or the illuminator, you can use that right on top of this product to kind of push it down into the tissue. It's a spray and it's 100% natural and non-toxic. It's free of synthetics, free of gluten, soy, and allergens, and it's been clinically tested and certified. And it's not for oral consumption though, so it's just external only. All
However,
right.
Lennox ending with a walk. Then
Oh, I thought somebody was saying something to me. The loyalty pricing's 35. The retail's 43.75, and for some reason I did not write down what the commission is, but um, loosely I'll say it's probably around $13 for that. I must have left that blank to go check or got distracted and didn't write that down. All right. The sleep product. I like this one. I don't use it very often. I use it kind of when I travel. I always throw it in my travel bag where sometimes I might have a little extra trouble falling asleep. But this is a really cool sleep product. It's a spray that you spray in your mouth. And what's kind of fascinating about the sleep spray is that it has milk thistle in it. And that is because a lot of people feel like they wake up during the night because they have to go to the bathroom. Because that's one of the questions. I ask three questions when people come in. How do you sleep? How do you poop? And I always am looking at their skin. So those three things tell me a lot. And then when they answer how they sleep, I'll say, do you have trouble falling asleep or do you have trouble staying asleep or both? And if they tell me they have trouble sleeping or falling, I'm sorry, if they wake up during the night, I'll ask what time because that tells me a lot about what's going on with them, with their internal clock. And if it's between 1 and 3, that often is the liver. It's when the liver's doing its work, and it kind of runs into some troubles and it's sluggish, or congested, and it needs a little help. So this actually gives the liver a little help to keep you from having those wake up knocks from the liver when it's struggling to do its work during the night. So that's why that milk thistle is in there. But this also has a little dose of melatonin. It's not a huge dose, but it is in there. Magnesium citrate, and that helps to kind of relax the body. And the magnesium, 80% of Americans are deficient in magnesium, but there's so many different kinds of magnesium as well. And this one does have two. It has magnesium glycinate as well. Um, the citrate should help kind of with the bowels too. Taurine, L-theanine just helps to kind of relax the brain. And we have some glycine and some GABA, which is a neurotransmitter, and some chamomile. So this product helps to calm your nervous system. It provides liver support, muscle relaxation, it aids in natural sleep cycles and recovery. So if you're looking at your AO scan, you can look at evening scan balances for sleep metrics, recovery disruption. So you can actually look at melatonin on there, but you can, kind of ask about sleep and see how that's doing too. Um, and the liver, kind of look around at how the liver looks. Magnesium will show up too on the vitamins and minerals category. The loyalty and preferred pricing for sleep is $25, which I think is a pretty decent price for this product. The retail price is 31, and then your commission on it's $8. So making $8 on a $25 product, I think, is a pretty good deal. Have any of you guys tried the sleep? Not really.
I haven't
Teresa has,
yet.
okay.
Sorry, my
Um,
screen's everywhere, but
That's all right. I was trying to see who was down there. I have you kind of tucked away so I can see all of my screen, but it's a good one. It's a good one to try out, especially if you're having any trouble sleeping. Um, for me, I try not to use something that I have to use every night because I want my body to make its own melatonin. But if
Right.
you're having troubles for a while, it's kind of good to keep you on or to use every once in a while. Um, Personally, I don't feel like we should have to use something to help us sleep every night. We need to be looking at a little deeper of what's going on.
I've tried it, but I didn't do well with the spray part. So if you can figure out a way that I can figure out drops and put it in a capsule, that would be better for me.
Okay, who's talking to me?
Donna.
That was Donna.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to see who was talking. Okay. Yeah, we can ask the spray. Did it get sticky on you or not come up all the way?
Um, I just gagged with it. I mean, it just, I don't
Oh,
know.
oh, you
It
didn't
just
like
didn't
the,
set. Yeah, it just
okay.
didn't settle with with the spray for me.
Okay. All right. The D3K2 comes also in a squirt spray that you squirt under your tongue. It does have the D3, the vitamin E, the vitamin K2. It does have the NK7 and the NK4 that helps us to absorb the D3. It also has K1 and it has I always say this word wrong, but astaxanthin. I don't know if that's the right way. Um, but it supports bone health, cardiovascular integrity, cognitive function, calcium transport, inflammation management, and immune support. So, D3 does so much for us, vitamin D. I'm all for the sun whenever we can use the sun. Um, but if you can't get out in the sun or the winter is approaching, this is a great product to have on hand. You can look on the scanning results for vitamin D deficiencies, bone density concerns, cardiovascular, or brain support. The loyalty and preferred pricing is 35, the retail's 44, so you make $11.25 on this product when sharing with others. The Omega Pro, it's an omega-3 fatty acid. It has 500 milligram total EPA and DHA. It is from the Antarctic krill in a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. The benefits are that it supports cardiovascular health, cognitive function, bone strength, mood, vision, immune system resilience, and it's a superior resorption due to the krill phospholipids. So some use cod liver, but the krill has really there's been a lot of research on that in the recent years to show that it's better for us. There on your AO scan, you might look for markers that this would be a helpful supplement if there's inflammation, if there's cognitive fog, cardiovascular imbalances, fatty acid related markers, anybody with anything neuro, seizures, Parkinson's, dyslexia, any of those sort of things, have them on the omegas for sure. And then, of course, the heart health. So anything there, eyes too and bones. The loyalty pricing or preferred customers 22, the retail's 28, and my little slider's in the way, so I can't see what the commission is, but you guys can probably see it. $7.65 on the Omega Pro. And those are gel caps. Those are in a gel cap. My husband likes those. He takes those every day. The AO Youth is a really great product. Hasn't been out that long. It first came out with a lemon orange flavor that tastes like Tang, just like Tang. Then they came out with a raspberry lemonade. They recalled that for a little while because it was kind of blowing out of the bottle, but they have reformulated it and have both of those flavors now. So it's a lemon orange and a raspberry lemonade. Both of them taste pretty good. They're a liquid, so you can pour it in. You can mix it in with the smoothie or anything too if you want, but they both taste good. Um, they are an NAD precursor, collagen peptides, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, biotin, and antioxidant blend. And when I use youth consistently. I've kind of not done anything consistently for the last few months. My life's been messy. But I have like baby hairs growing and my nails grow, my skin looks great, and my joints feel good. So, and for $49, I feel like that's a pretty good price for collagen. And I like that it's the liquid and it's not some powder that I'm having to mix up. So this product promotes youthful cellular function, skin elasticity, supports joints, enhances energy metabolism, and combats signs of aging. So if you see some aging markers, reduced cellular regeneration, collagen, which shows up on our scans, oxidative stress, those would be good indicators for the youth. So like I said, it's $49, retails for $61, and your commission is $15.30 on the AO Youth.
Tiffany, if anybody has alpha gal, I don't think we can use it because of the
Okay.
bovine. And I did speak to them at DOD last time, but I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I've ran into that at my shop actually. That's a good point. I should have put that on the slide. I'll try to go back and add that. And it looks like I didn't put my pricing on the next one either. So I was must have been a run to the bathroom today. And I didn't go back. But this is the AO Biome. So it's the prebiotic and probiotic blend, digestive enzymes, and an herbal anti-inflammatory complex. It balances the gut microbiome, it improves digestion, enhances nutrient absorption, and supports immune modulation. You are going to notice things in your microbiome on your AO scan. So when you're looking at your digestive markers, even intestinal bacteria, um, absorption, all those sort of markers there, immune dysregulation, poor digestion, bloating, any flagged issues along the gut line could be indicative that this could be a good supplement to put that person on or yourself. So the biome, um, can't remember off the top of my head how much that costs, but I sell a lot of supplements in my shop, and I know that it's comparable to the other ones that I have in there. So it's pretty good price point. Oh, well, I must have started two slides. Sorry about that. Well, this slide has the price on it. So $49, retail 61.25, and then you make 15.30 on commission. There we go. The AO gut comes in like a pouch that has a scoop in it, and you mix it in a blender cup. It actually does not have a bad, it looks like it would probably have a bad taste, but it doesn't have a bad taste. I know a lot of people taste and textures mean a lot to them, but I don't mind this one at all either. It has L-glutamine, zinc, carnosine, DGL, marshmallow root, and slippery elm. So a lot of gut healing ingredients in this AO gut. It repairs the gut lining, soothes digestive tract, and supports mucosal integrity and reduces inflammation. So this is a great product for anybody who we might suspect has leaky gut, intestinal inflammation, SIBO, candida, anything that's indicating that they have gut permeability or digestive system stress. We have quite a few people in our group here locally that use the AO gut and really like it, has just kind of settled their gut down and helped them to heal. It's $49, retails $61.25, and you make $15.30. When they put these products out, you can get the gut and the biome and the what are we going to look at next? The Zymes. Those will all, and the youth even, they all come in a bundle, but I would suggest starting them one at a time. So I try to start people on one thing at a time so we really know what things are working. Sometimes it is a combination, but um, if somebody really has a pretty messed up gut and we're going to start throwing all these things in at one time, it can kind of shock things. So I would suggest starting, and you can muscle test for which one you think they should start with first. But if we really have an inflammation and leaky gut issue, it might be better for us to start with prebiotics, start pumping them full of good bacteria. But there are other people where it might make sense for you to heal the gut some before you start pumping some other things in. So, really just look at your scan results, talk to them about the symptoms that are the most debilitating for them, and try to decide which one of these to start with first. I wouldn't start them on the whole protocol all at one time. And that did cause some folks some issues when they bought the bundles and went all in, as you can imagine. The Zymes is the other part of that bundle. You can buy all of these individually or you can buy them in the bundle. And so these are actually the enzymes. I like to think of them like scrubbing bubbles. And a lot of people think the pre-mill digestive enzymes, they think that those are probiotics, but they're different. So these are like the scrubbing bubbles that go in and kind of help like break down the food. And so all of the foods that we eat get broke down by a different digestive enzyme. So like protease breaks down protein, cellulase breaks down fiber, like our fruits and vegetables, lactase breaks down dairy. And so sometimes people think that they're actually allergic to food, like maybe they think they're allergic to dairy because they get diarrhea or stomach cramps, but they're not allergic. They might not be producing enough of this enzyme that breaks it down. And so this has all of, or not all the digestive enzymes, but quite a few of the digestive enzymes in here. It does not have hydrochloric acid. So if hydrochloric acid is continuing to be on their scans, they may need a separate hydrochloric acid with their digestive enzymes. These zymes support digestion of all the things, the proteins, the fats, carbohydrates. They help reduce bloating. They improve assimilation. So they're helping to kind of move things along and they minimize digestive discomfort. So a lot of times, if we don't have enough of these enzymes in our belly, our food sits there waiting for those enzymes to hit to help be broke down. And the longer they set, they become, they can be fermented, and then we can get a candida issue. So this kind of helps move things around. If you have somebody who's really constipated, this is one area that I start with as well, because their stuff may be not moving through the system. And you can look on your AO scan, you can look for the digestive enzyme deficiencies. You can also look to see like where there might be an issue in the small intestine or the large intestine, if things are not moving through there fast enough, or if there's inflammation in those areas, absorption issues, or motility issues and where they might be. But this can be a very helpful supplement for a lot of people. It is the loyalty and preferred pricing is 35, the retail's 43.75, and then your commission's 15.75 on this. It's probably one of the ones in my shop that I recommend to people the most. A lot of people need digestive enzymes.
Tiffany, I
This,
usually use it a lot if they're showing alcohol.
oh
Because if
yeah,
they're showing alcohol, it's really the yeast. And so a lot of times if you'll use this, it'll stop showing that.
yeah, that's a great point. So if alcohol is showing up on your scan and they're not really an alcohol consumer, then that means that they're making alcohol in their gut. And that comes from that fermentation that I was referring to earlier. So some people will get diagnosed with like a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and truly, it's it's not non-alcoholic. They're not an alcoholic, but their body is producing alcohol. The liver doesn't care whether they're consuming it or making it. Alcohol is alcohol. It's a toxicity. And a lot of times that is because the food's held up too long and it just starts to rot there. And so that it ferments and then we get this candida overgrowth, and then the extra sugars that we tend to have in our diet just compounds that problem as well. Bright is also one of my favorite products. It is a multitasking day or night serum, hydrates and rejuvenates your skin. I'm telling you, makes your skin feel so good. Like it, It does really make your skin feel good. It has a hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and a green apple stem cell. That's the main ingredients. There are some other ingredients in there, and there's a cybin um, ball inside of there too. And you can imprint this with anything that you want to imprint. So I imprint this for a lot of people who buy it from me regularly. So I have one lady who has really bad cystic acne. And so I will go to like the homeopathic and scan her for what homeopathics are best for her for cystic acne. And I imprint those. And then there's just on quantum frequency, there's an acne one. And then on Cephi dots, there are some really good frequencies that I also put in here. There's like a cellular um, restoration. I can't remember what it's called. And there's a youth eternal. There's a couple in the Cephi dots that I always put in people's bright. And I've used it I've um, put in frequencies for some teenage acne because there's homeopathics for that. And then I have another person who has hormonal acne. So there's different homeopathics for all different types of acne. And then I just imprint them in their product. And I just charge them a little bit extra to imprint them with the specific frequencies they want, and it has cleared up all of their acne issues. The teenage girls they get them on their shoulders, and they've been using them, and it just makes it totally go away. And then the cystic acne girl, she's struggled with it her whole life, and she doesn't have it anymore at all using that product. And then those homeopathics that I imprint in there, it's a pretty good one. Some people mix their bright with a little bit of methylene blue. I did that for a little while, but I did find it to dry my skin out. But I have fairly dry skin. Um, so I didn't do that with my next bottle, but I did the first time I put just like one drop of bright in my container. But it was kind of drying, probably not something that I needed to do every day. I am an oily person. I love essential oils. I use them a lot. I sell Young Living, but I also buy bulk of a couple of other companies that I can buy big because I make my own rollers and things at my shop. Um, these are with an ultrasonic nano process essential oils, so they're saying that we don't need as much. And I have not bought any of these yet, but they're on my next order to try to see. I do have a reflexology person that comes in on Thursdays, so I was going to get some too for her to use because she like feels like she'll know the difference. And so I'm eager to get her using some of these too. But they have now the lavender, frankincense, tea tree, lemon, peppermint, and orange. The lavender is really good for relaxation and stress relief, sleep quality, mental calmness. It soothes the skin and purifies the air. So you can use these topical, you can use them in a diffuser. The frankincense is one of my favorite oils. It's got a very high frequency, promotes clarity, emotional balance, skin rejuvenation, respiratory and immune health. It is great for inflammation. So if you have an injury, frankincense and copiaba, which we don't have, Solex doesn't have copiaba yet, but that combination of frankincense and copiaba is amazing for pain. But frankincense and lavender is a really good skin inflammation soother too. Tea tree as well. It's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, helps with the skin, purifies air, supports respiratory clarity. The lemon's just a mood lift, smells great, mental clarity, can help you kind of focus when you're doing work. Sorry, I skipped ahead. Peppermint's cooling, stimulating scent, focus, mental alertness, and it can help with tension too. So people also use it for headaches on their temples or back here on this bone behind your ear. When you have a headache, just have to be careful not to get peppermint in your eyes. And orange is one of my favorite smells just for aromatherapy, for mood, mental calming, emotional comfort. I love orange and bergamot together in a diffuser when I'm wanting to get my work done. The skin
Tiffany,
match, yeah.
I do Terra.
Yeah.
And I also put all the oils, all the Solex oils in my scanner. And there are many times that the scanner's choosing the Solex oils over the doTERRA. So
Interesting.
yeah. So I've been kind of playing with it to see,
That's awesome. Great,
yeah.
great to hear. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, and I have a Young Living. She's a client of mine. Actually, she has a scanner too, and we keep saying we're gonna have a Saturday where she has all the oils, like she has all of them and a lot, that are open. And we keep saying we're gonna have a day where we all just set and put a couple of drops in one bowl and pass it around for all of us to load our supplement library. Just have a day to do that, but we haven't taken the time to do it. We need to.
Yeah, I did that with all the doTERRA oils. And,
Good. Yeah, that's
yeah.
motivating me to get that scheduled. That's a good winter day activity, when it's too cold to do anything else, get together and do that. So the emotional balance and inner voice for calming, you can use lavender, frankincense for calming and centering. Low mood, the orange and lemon to uplift and restore vibrancy. Poor mental focus, you can diffuse peppermint to stay sharpened and clear and energetic. Respiratory, systemic imbalance, the tea tree and frankincense for antimicrobial and breathing. Skin irritation is the tea tree. But but frankincense and lavender are really good on skin too. So um, I love frankincense. It's just one of my favorites. I love it. I love it so much. All right, that is it for the supplements that I have. Um, but I have, what time is it? 6:46. I want to show you a couple of sites that maybe you guys are aware and maybe you're not aware. So you can get a lot of different information on them. So one of them is our Solex digital marketing site. So if you're new and you maybe have told once but forgot about it, this is fairly new to Solex. Actually, I think they just announced it last year, so it's not even quite a year old. But it's sharesolex.com. And here you can get product cards, product descriptions, product photos, like you can go up here to view all. And so you can get pictures and things to use on your social media. And there's a few other things in here too, like the compensation plan, legal documents, forms. Those are all in here as well. And they're going to keep building this to have like business building tools, product collections, um, logos, and things that you might want to use in your marketing. So this is more of kind of like well, just like it's called, it's a digital marketing kit. What a great name. So that again is sharesolex.com. And then anytime I have people who are asking questions about products, um, then I use solexglobal.com, which is our blog, but there's so much information. So if you have somebody in your office or that you were working with that was having pain and you wanted to tell them about this relief, this has all of the ingredients in here, might have some little videos for them to go along with it. And so I use this a lot. And what I do then is I'll just go up here and copy and paste up in my little box, whatever you call that. I'll just hit, Control C, and then I'll go to whatever, if I wanted to use Messenger or email, and paste that in there to them, and I send it, and it sends them right to the page where they can read about this product too. And I'll do it, to people in my downline too who has a question about something, or they want to know, maybe they got a new product, or they want to try one, they don't know all the things about it. I'll send them here to where they can learn a little bit. So that's the solexglobal.com. I use that a lot. Um, it helps me to kind of figure out things to help people with. So I use that tool a lot. Um, we'll just look at this tool now. Um, I can maybe do equipment and stuff another night, like with the hub and those sort of things, because it looks like we're getting pretty close to 7. Um, so is there things that you want to know about that you don't know about yet?
There's too much to ask for, so just keep doing what you're doing because it's helping us for sure.
Okay. So how about in I'm not sure that I can do next week. It might be a couple weeks before I can do another Wednesday night call. But I can go into the therapies like the red light stuff, the hub and all that sort of stuff, the infinity mat, the wand, and do that as another call. And we can kind of
That
stick with the equipment.
yeah, that would be great.
Okay. I'll do that. The I would say I would do it next Wednesday, but I already have 3 evenings of work next week, and that would make my fourth. I might do it. I'll see if I can wiggle it in with what I've got going on. And I will then go over like the tools, the Infinity line and that sort of thing, just kind of the same format, like what we would watch for on scanning results, how the therapies work and maybe even go into a little bit of case studies of I've used most of the tools. I do not have the RTMS, so I have not used that yet, but Nadia's used hers a lot, so I can kind of get some information from her. She's doing a really intensive class right now, and that's where she is tonight. I'm gonna stop recording, but then you guys can still ask questions. Maybe. All right.
So
You can
Tiffany,
stay
while you're
on here
looking
and I will